How's it going, guys?
Hey, I'm going to start off with a little bit of an awkward question, so forgive me for not knowing, but are you on scholarship?
I'm not. No,
Okay,
sir.
so the reason I asked is Kirby talked a lot about Van Jackson the other day. He's another guy who's not on, who's walk on, all that kind of stuff. What sort of, he said a lot of guys on the team respect him. Just what have you seen from him as a guy that comes in, earns his opportunity, all that kind of stuff?
Well, Dan's one of the hardest working guys I know. He's also one of the best guys I know. Ever since he's gotten here, he comes in every day, gets his work done, kind of keeps his head down, doesn't say a lot, which I think speaks volumes for his performance that he's played so well this year. He's very focused in both his athletics and academics, so I think it's his overall aura that he gives off of just being an everyday guy that you know is going to show up and show out.
Can that be hard as a walk-on when you come on and you still need to hey, if I come in and work hard, I'm going to earn my opportunity, just like the scholarship guys? Can that be a hard mindset to have?
I'm sure it can be, but I know Dan's never had a problem with doubting himself. He's very confident and knows what he's capable of.
Can you just kind of tell me the development of this team through its first 5 games? What have you seen that you guys feel like we need to work on heading into a match against them?
Yeah, so this offseason we focused a lot on connection, physicality, toughness, and resiliency. And I think over the last couple of games that you've seen that those been very present in the way we play. As far as going forward, we're always just focused on the next game and eager to have this opportunity to play Auburn on the road, and we're excited for it.
How have those, you talk about connection and like the skull sessions and all that kind of stuff, like how has that made a tangible difference on the field, do you think?
As far as on the field, I think connection is like those guys, when you're closer to your teammates, you're playing for them and you know why they're playing as well, which allows you to kind of connect. And if someone's had a bad play, you can look at them and say, hey man, remember your why. We went over this in the spring and the winter and summer. Like, you know why you're doing this. Like, let's focus back up and keep working.
What's something about one of your teammates that, you learned during this offseason that was, particularly interesting?
Yeah. I think as far as Jack Podlesny is concerned, he's one of my good friends and we spent a lot of time together. As far as what motivates him is just the fear of failure almost, but just kind of being able to connect with him because we're in similar situations where you're not on the field too often, you get a handful of shots and you want to make it the best you can be, and then just kind of working together as a group to connect.
Your role on the team, long snapper. Everybody's nowadays people are saying do their part, do their job. How important is it? Because you got a guy back there who can people beat. How much pride does it take in you to make sure, hey, I'm doing everything right and giving you a better opportunity?
So I think there's a saying in long snapping is no one knows your name until you screw up. So I think it's a pride thing as far as me doing my job is just as important as everyone else doing their job, in my opinion. I try to be perfect and do as much best I can, and if that doesn't always happen, move on and get the next one.
Is it always cool to know some of the people you're long snapping to and some of the teams you're going up against?
As far as like the other team, like the other players, oddly enough, specialists are very interconnected. Everyone seems to know everybody. I feel like every week Jake's like best friends with their punter and or kicker. So it's kind of cool to see that camaraderie because everyone wants the specialists to do well as far as in the community because we're all pretty good friends.
Hey, did you grow up a Georgia fan? Did you grow up coming to games?
I did. My uncle actually played here in 1979. His name's Gordon Terry. So I've always been a huge Georgia fan growing up, and it's the only team I've ever rooted for.
The noise in the stadium on Saturday, how do you compare to games you've been to throughout your life?
Well, that first drive when we were on defense was pretty special. Like I said, that stadium always gets pretty loud, but I think the loudest I've heard it, other than that, maybe was the Notre Dame game, my redshirt freshman year. That's probably about the only thing that compared to that, but that was some special this weekend.
Thank you. Said specialists are kind of a unique group. Do you have any pregame rituals that you do that you can share that Jake or Jack does that kind of get you all amped up?
Ritual-wise, not really. We kind of sit together, do our thing. We're super close, so we just kind of gravitate towards each other. No one's real superstitious. I would say of anybody, I might be the only one that is. I just listen to the same songs in order, but other than that, no, not really.
How important is this game against Auburn? As you said, you were a lifelong fan. Is this like a matchup that you look forward to?
I think it's important because, like Coach Smart says, it's the next game. And I think it's a great opportunity to play a great team in an awesome environment on the road.
You said Jack Podlesny's motivated by fear of failure. Obviously, for a kicker, that's like, I don't want to be mean, but kickers can kind of be head cases and get in their own head sometimes. You know, like how would you see him sort of struggle with that?
Honestly, I haven't.
Okay.
He is the most clear-headed guy. Honestly, I might on the team. He's very good at just dropping it and moving on. I don't know if fear of failure was the right way to put that, honestly. Looking back at it, it sounds a little different, but I mean, we all want to do great, and he does a great job, and he doesn't let things sit inside of him. He moves on.
Like pressure, not fear of failure, but pressure to succeed.
Yeah.
So you guys, launched it were older. Jake.
He's the older.
How do y'all as a team sort of keep him on that kind of track, keep him from getting too much into that kind of thing?
Well, Jake is he's very self-motivated, and he does a great job of all his responsibilities: kickoffs, punting, holding. So I think he's already himself focused on the better good of the team.
When he had those misses earlier in the year, did y'all have like?
You're talking about Jack?
Yes, Jack.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Jake. Their names are too close. When he had those misses earlier in the year, did y'all sit down and talk with him and go over maybe not so much X's and O's, but but just
Honestly, not really. We kind of knew. We know he's capable of. He's very, very focused, and he was like, "Yeah, I missed a couple, but there's always going to be the next one, and when that comes up, I'm going to get it."
What is it about him that you think keeps him, on that level? Did he bring that kind of stuff up and talk about his wife? Faith as an example, something
yeah,
like
he's
that?
very strong in his faith. Puts a lot of trust in the Lord, which I think speaks to how he is able to drop things, and whether he misses a field goal or something doesn't go right, or how he's able to kind of move on. Yeah.
Payne, you mentioned your uncle, but describe your road, how you got here. Did you consider any other places? Were there any scholarship offers perhaps from Smart? But just briefly describe how you got here.
So, honestly, I went to snapping camps and stuff, like the Coles ranking camps and that sort of stuff. The only, I guess, real offers I had were to Army and the Air Force Academy. Other than that, it was preferred walk-ons. And once, this was my senior year in high school, I got offered for walk-on from Coach Beamer and Coach Fountain, who both aren't here anymore. But as soon as that opportunity came, I knew this is where I wanted to be, just because I've been a Bulldog my whole life, and this is just a lifelong dream.
Thank you.
All good? Awesome.